Hi ladies and gents, welcome to howtoimprovemygolf.com. I'm Chris Fletcher.
And I'm Andy Carter, and today's video is all about the dreaded Shanks, that 6-letter swear word that I do not like to hear in my teaching bay. Even if you've got the Shanks and you come in, you say I've got the S's. Never want to hear it, because it is, once you get them, it's chronic, isn't it?
I think you've said it twice, and that's probably the most you've said in the last 6 months.
It hurt every time I said it as well.
Yeah, we're a little worried about doing this video today because it could end up, you know, becoming a virus and sticking into our games.
Well, thankfully we've got good tips to get rid of it.
That's good.
You see?
Right.
We're going to talk about the effects of the shank, mentally. We're also going to talk about how the shanks are caused, so for example, swing path, club face, and more importantly, what you can do to stop them and get back to hitting that golf ball at the centre of the club, straight, and no 45-degree angles off to the right hand side for right-handed golfers. So, Fletch, you're going to set up first of all. Fletch is going to demonstrate the shank.
You want me to demonstrate the S?
Demonstrate.
Well,
sorry, yeah.
Andy's been pretty good in his past years with this, so you should really demonstrate.
I've never, ever been through the shanks.
Never?
Have you, Chris?
I have. I had a period when I was young.
It was before a Dunham Forest match up here. I remember this.
That's right. And what did I win by?
Yeah.
I had the biggest win actually.
To be fair, you won. To be fair, you won.
Yeah, about 5 and 3 or something
like
that.
He was in the sheds before the match, almost crying.
Yeah.
On his knees. The ball just kept hitting the side netting of the nets before on the first tee. Yeah. It was worrying as a team member, but then it was quite funny afterwards. But yeah, anyone that's had the shanks will know that it is probably the most stressful shot in golf, especially when it's repeated.
That's true.
So let's talk a little bit how the shank is caused. Okay, so first things first, it's a bad strike. So we're not hitting the centre of the club, we're hitting from El Hose L, right out the inside of the club. And this will obviously, there's no straight club face on there, it's rounded, so it's sending the ball off around about 45-degree angle to the right hand side, or even you could stop it and hit it on the inside of the hosel, which would be even further away from the club face, and it'll go low and left for a right-handed golfer. So there are a few ways of doing this. First things first is club face, Chris.
Okay.
And you can swing it well. You can swing it from a pretty decent path from the inside, but that club face could be a long way open, and the hosel will come in first and generally go right. Yep. Other ways, we've got swing path.
Yes, if the swing path's really flat on the downswing, then the club face is once again going to be so open. So just look on the video camera behind us, very flat, and then we come in. Going to hit the hosel, it's going to go out to the right. Could actually even just hit the face and it goes out to the right. And
it could be
it's a S.
Yes, it's an S. It could be low on the face and it could go to the right hand side. The swing path is massively important, and probably the hardest thing for us on this video is we can't give you a definitive way of why you're shanking it, because we can't see what you're doing. You could literally shank it from pretty much every possible angle. So we can't say why you're shanking it. The best thing that we can do today is to give you a few tips as to how to stop shanking it. Yes, a few tips that Chris has used in the past.
Few tips.
So
yeah, shanks can be caused because of virtually everything. Strike, swing path, swing plane, body movement. Another one is you can be too far away from the ball.
So that's one thing that everyone does, isn't it?
Yeah,
moves further away.
They do. They move further away, and that actually makes it worse. What can happen is they get too far away, and then the arms come away from the body, and then we hit it, boom, in the hosel, out to our right.
I think that's the first. As soon as you hit it from the hosel, you think, "Oh, I was stood too close." Yeah. But really, what this will generally be is that you are unless you are really too close. Otherwise, your arms have got too disconnected. So then you step back to allow for that, but then subconsciously you've still got to actually disconnect even further to get back to the ball. So sometimes stepping away from the ball, unless you're really close, is probably the worst thing that you can do. Yeah. We want to keep you in at a good distance, at a correct distance, and work the arms a little bit differently. So we're going to talk about a little bit on swing path first of all, trying to keep the arms connected during the downswing, so that they've not got away from the body, therefore the hosel hasn't moved towards the ball from setup.
Yep.
So Chris just takes this swing up to the top of this backswing. So we're looking at making sure that the hands and arms are kind of dropping straight back down, keeping nice and connected all the way through. So as we're coming back into impact, the hands are very close to the body. We've got this right elbow close to the chest as well, and the club comes back in straight. If Chris gets from the top of the backswing and moves forwards, now technically the club face has also moved forward, so we're going to come in from the hosel, out to in, and we're here. Alternatively, Chris could drop it too much on the inside.
Yep.
Club comes from a long way behind the body. I wouldn't say his hands and arms are overly kind of too close to the body, because if that club face is a bit straight, he's in a great position.
Yeah, great position.
It's the club head that's coming very flat and delivers from this angle. A lot of people will kind of like to see the club come from the inside, having maybe sliced it in the past, and then they would try and roll the hands over again, and just that means then that's kind of coming into a different avenue of the golf swing. But there's a lot of manipulations going on there for something that's not going to be consistent enough. Yeah. So it's making sure that the body stays connected during the golf swing.
So it's probably best that we just do a few drills now on how to stop that, really.
Yeah, strike, isn't it, first?
Yep. So we could get the dry shampoo. Boom! Magic.
Here we go. Dry shampoo shows up your strikes. So the first goal, don't hit it from the hosel.
Oh. 15 centimetres, please.
Sorry.
Okay.
I always read the instructions. I've never used it before.
Tell you what, I thought he had his long hair. He's doing it all, sorting it out.
Save the water bill.
Yeah.
So your goal for this is basically do not hit the hosel. A good way, if you haven't got a dry shampoo, you could go buy some. It's generally very cheap. That smells like, doesn't it? But also you could just make sure your club face is clean. If you clean your club face in between every single shot, like Chris hasn't done here,
sparkling,
you can see straight away where the balls come from, especially the range with the lacquer on the outside. So you can generally see exactly where you've struck it, or even just have a Sharpie on your range balls and just try and see where the mark comes back out to the club. So Chris's goal here, I would say straight away, your goal is to hit the toe. Get away from that hosel. The hosel is not your friend.
Yeah, so that's one. Yeah, if you're hitting the toe, you could actually put the ball, you could have a ball in front of there.
Yep.
So then it's a distraction. Because if we're going to hit that off the hosel, then it's going to hit this other ball on the tee peg.
Yeah.
So work for strike, we're going to try and hit the toe of the club. That doesn't mean we're going to be further away. You know, so we stand close. I tell you what, I feel under pressure now.
You are under some serious pressure. There's a camera there as well now.
Yeah, tell you what, that's going to help me in tournaments having this camera there. Talking about that S word so much. Oof. Right, let's see. Try not to hit the ball.
It's a good S word. We're talking about strike.
Feel like we're hitting out the toe. So you want me to get as close to the toe as possible?
I want you to hit the toe.
Okay. Oh, it's gone straight, guys.
Brilliant.
Oh,
right out the toe.
Oh, and where's he hit it?
Fair play, fair play. Let's bring this to GoPro in.
GoPro. There we go. And that's another reason you shouldn't play with blades, guys. Having some muscle back helps the ball go straight.
That's a very fair point. I think I'll ditch these.
Yeah.
So that's a really good drill. Really making sure. And basically, I suppose the obvious question is, well, I know I want to hit it from the toe. How did you do it?
Yeah. I had the feeling from here that I was getting the arms very close to my body.
Yep.
And not too far away.
So getting the arms close to the body early as well, not after you've hit the ball, keeping it in quite early from the top of the backswing.
Exactly. So top, getting close.
That word we love, connectivity. Eh?
Be connected. Connection equals power, speed, distance.
Yes. I think strike obviously is great for getting rid of the shanks, but strike's massively important for those with slightly slower swing speeds. Get the most out of what you've got.
Definitely.
You don't always need to speed if you speed your swing up and lose strike, you're going to hit the ball less distance than if you swing slower and strike it well.
Yeah.
To an extent, obviously. So strike's massively important, not just for not just for shanking, but kind of taking you forwards in the game as well.
Yeah, you can swing 10 mile an hour slower, but have a great strike, and you'll hit the ball further than having that speed and poor strike.
Exactly, you get that smash factor up.
Exactly.
So that's a good drill, making sure we're hitting the ball from the toe of the club to start with.
Yep.
Also, we've got the golf ball on a tee, just in front, really, just in line with the ball we're about to hit. We don't necessarily want to use anything bigger than that, because if you are shanking it from a huge in-to-out path, then you'll hit it anyway. Yeah. So this drill is probably the best way of just purely looking at strike. We're putting a ball in the way that if you hit it if you come in with an open face, coming from out to in or in to out with an open face, you'll hit the other ball. A head cover there, something a bit bigger, won't really give you as good a feedback, will it? Will be a little bit too much in the way. So from this position, we're just going to keep trying to hit the ball. Keep trying to hit the ball from the toe. Get the feel that the arms are staying much more connected on the way down. Yeah. And then you'll start working the strike more from the centre of the club.
Right out of the toe.
Beautiful. Right out of the exact same place as well. That.
Look at that for strike.
Perfect. Love it. No way near the hosel. There's no place for anybody to be. Ever. It's not a shot. I've never tried to shank it around the tree on purpose. Right. The fletch drill.
The fletch drill, okay. So guys, another way people do the S word is that they'll swing too flat on the way back, too flat on the way down, and they come with the club face way open. So if we have a golf bag just in place here, what that's going to allow us to do is that's going to allow us to swing a little bit more on a neutral plane to the top of the backswing, and also on the downswing, because we don't want to be hitting this bag. If we hit this bag, we're coming too flat. Okay. It's also a good drill for just a swing plane in general.
I was going to say, it's an awesome drill.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do could do a combination with the ball there and also that. You know, I like to make things hard for myself, as you noticed last week with the 50 pence strike.
Still never found that 50p.
I know. So there we go. Right, let's have a go.
Nice. And the shampoo's still on there, and it was a bit toey?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I tell you what.
Just more in towards the groove, so it's good that.
I'm playing tomorrow, I'm going to hit everything out the toe.
That's why I've not demonstrated this. I'm preparing for tomorrow.
Yeah. So let me just show you the wrong swing. So even if we swing to the top and then we get flat, look, we're hitting that golf bag. You know,
an expensive drill.
It is. It is an expensive drill, but it's also one of them drills what makes people think, oh, I don't want to do that.
No, of course not.
At the end of the day, I don't mind hitting this bag because it's Carter's. So he won't mind. Uh-oh.
Right, so the drill we're going to talk about now is Chris has already done from the inside, club head coming too much from the inside. I'm going to talk about the club coming too much from the outside, and it's probably a very simple drill, something you should have seen in the past on obviously previous golf tips anywhere really, just a very generic one but very effective. As we're swinging up to the top of the backswing, if we start to get that disconnection on the way down, what I've got here is a head cover just to the upper side of the golf ball. If I hit that, I've come from the outside, and that would also then relate to the fact that I've got disconnected on the outside, so my right elbow, my hands have moved further away from my body than where I want them to. So I want to try and make sure that I'm keeping the club coming back in on a straighter path and keeping well away from the club, well away from the head cover. Again, I've hit that. Where did I hit that?
Let's have a look. Yeah, it's out of the toe.
Toe side of centre.
We're getting good today, guys.
Yeah, we're getting awesome from the toe. That went well left.
We're probably going to lose about 20-30% of our distance tomorrow.
It'll be fine. So again, make it to probably include the difficulty of this. Just get closer and closer to this head cover. Get the toe of the club brushing the head cover on the way back. Yeah. And then get it on the way down. Whoa, I missed the grooves on that one. So making sure that I am just getting nowhere near this head cover at all. Get as close as I possibly can. Toe of the golf club level with the head cover. Take it back. and then back through again on the way down.
It's looking good.
Once I've done 2 or 3 shots of that, I'm just going to move the head cover away and just go completely separate and see where I get my strike.
Yeah.
Making sure that I'm still from the centre. Hit 2 or 3 shots in a row. If you start feeling like it's going more towards the heel, doesn't have to be the hosel, anything that feels more heel side of centre, quickly go back to the drills. Go back to a few practice swings. The moment you feel that ball moving away from centre to the bad side of the club, go back to the drills straight away, because you will just be progressively going back towards your bad habits. Bad habits don't go like that, they take practice and time and quite a lot of effort. So 3 pretty good drills to kind of get you striking the ball more from the centre of the club. More importantly, keeping you well away from the heel. Get well away from that heel, because that is not nice. Some beauties on there. So guys, thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and share so the broader audience can see as well. Follow us on our social media platforms. We've got Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And please guys, subscribe to the channel. There's lots more. There's a daily tip coming out as well at the moment, so please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications so you'll get an email as to when videos are coming out. That could also be really good. And we'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.